Hi everyone, a question about chronic fatigue. Hi Claire, it seems I've been struck down with chronic fatigue syndrome, which is laying me out flat, quite literally on a daily basis. Of course, it's frightening and somewhat disabling, and I just don't know how to be with it on a day-to-day basis. At times, I'm tempted just to push through, as it were, and to try and go about my day with a chin-up attitude. Yet there are days when I feel I just can't get out of bed and it seems my world is crashing in all around me. I just wondered if you had any wisdom or learning on this dreadful and perplexing condition and how one ought to really hold oneself within this whirlwind that appears to have got me stuck fast. Yes, so chronic fatigue syndrome is when the whole system, similar to burnout in a way, just is depleted, isn't it? It's lost its energy, it's lost its motivation, it's lost its capacity, and the body mind system really is grinding to a halt. Within that body mind system, there is an idea of a me. You know, this looks personal. It looks like somehow this is something I'm doing. It looks like it's something that I have to change. And so this narrative voice, this me within this body is in total resistance, maybe total fear. Maybe there's a lot of blame or self-blame, shame, insecurity that's happening. And so within a depleted, exhausted body mind, there is a separate me that's going haywire. And that separate me is really what the current situation is an invitation to explore. Because as long as that separate me, this believed doer, I'm the thing making this happen, and at the same time, this is my greatest horror, this is my greatest fear. That conundrum of somehow I'm doing this and also somehow I have to change it, that excuse me, that's the most exhausting state of being ever. It's a complete concentration and focus of all resource, all attention, on trying to make that narrative voice of the me peaceful, happy, free, and it just won't work. And so when the body is incapacitated, it's really an invitation, because there's nothing else available really. It's an invitation to see what is going on with that inner belief system, that total identification, a mind that is so caught up in its simultaneous creation and then resistance to that creation. This is the greatest opportunity now. And so we're really at a crossroads. The body has said enough. The body is saying no more. I'm not moving. I'm in bed for the moment. And it presents a crossroads. So either there is an unquestioned struggle, this a lost mind, a total experience of shame and fear and insecurity and need, and this situation is just reconfirming all of that. It's re-traumatizing the original wounds and hurt that have actually led to this state, and so it will make it worse. It will keep going and going and going and going. There's no respite, there's no let up, there's no freedom, because there's no truth. it's just an unquestioned mind creating the same stuff, and what it creates becomes evidence back in of how it's operating in reality. But it's not. It's one path of the crossroads which is is an unquestioned state of being. And it's coming from resistance, it's coming from attempt to control, it's coming from the idea that this shouldn't be happening. The other path, which is what we take in all our programs, is that every moment experience of reality, particularly when there is absolute resistance to that reality, there is a deep contraction into this sense of ourselves as a victim or hopeless, helpless. In other words, back to that child stage, that child state of out of controlness, really. This path of the crossroads is saying, wow, look what's happening here. This isn't personal. There is no one doing this. There is no separate individual that is controlling the body, that is making this happen. There is no truth in the projected ideas of the future. There's no truth in the projected ideas of what other people will be thinking about me. There's zero truth in the shame that is happening right now from this idea that I'm the doer of all of this and that I should be making something different happen, because there is no doing, choosing, controlling I at the center. All there is, for a sane mind, all there is a witnessing space, excuse me, losing my voice, a witnessing space in which this is being observed. That's it. There's nothing else going on. And when the mind starts creating, starts believing itself, starts getting identified and lost in itself, we're going back down the other path, which is re-traumatization, total confusion, more and more resources being used up in that war that's going on within the body, really. And this is why these things, they look like our worst nightmare, but actually they are the greatest gift, the greatest invitation, because they are showing the battle that's going on. And the body is the battlefield. The body is the collateral damage of a mind that is at war with its own self. And so when the body, literally, to use Gabor Mate's book title, when the body says no, it's because all the resources have been used up in this battle. And so all there is now, we're in bed, all there is now, and we're not doing any of this to try to change the situation, to get more energy, to heal ourselves. Now is the time just to inquire, what is that I? What is the I that thinks it's doing this? What is the I that thinks it's making these choices? Really, what is it? We can use this time now to really deeply inquire. Let's just accept this isn't going to change. The body is just how it is now. Nothing's going to change. We're not doing any of this to try and get well. We're just using this moment for what it really is, which is an invitation to genuinely inquire into the truth of what we are, into the emotions that we've tried to resist all our life, in inquiry into the fears that have been running the show, the insecurity, the shame. It's all here. It's all being made transparent in this moment. And it's all an opportunity to be with all of that. Been the struggle to avoid it all that has used up all the resources in the body. And so now we're just going to be with it all. We're going to explore what's true and open up to whatever is there in the body to be experienced. And that's sanity. And in that sane space, there is nothing to change about this situation. Yeah, so thank you, darling. So much love to you. Bye.